What's good, Josh? Your boy Cam back with another video. We're doing hits and misses, man. We're on to the second page of the NFL teams. We've been doing pretty good. I want to keep this going, see how far I can take it, man. But nonetheless, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We got a host of content, man. They help us grow, and we'll grow with y'all, man. But we can't do it without y'all. Y'all are important. But nonetheless, let's get into the first round hits and misses of the Jacksonville Jaguars, man. We got the Colts done last week. Well, not last week, but a couple days ago. And that was pretty cool, man. They got a of pretty interesting history. Um, Let me get this shit out the way, because y'all don't know what you watching by now. Get that up out the way so I can really see. But nonetheless, let's get into it, man. So we always say, you gotta go to find out where they are. You have to find out where they've been. And the Jacksonville Jaguars started their franchise in 1995, man. And why not start off with something good, man? You know, Tony Baselli, man, who's the executive vice president of football operations right now. So he's a lifelong Jaguar, man. But he's one of the best tackles in the game, bro. Like he's one of the best football players, man. He was damn good, man. Um, it sucked that his career kind of ended, man. Um, on some I'm saying on a fluke stuff, but he ended up getting hurt or something like that. And he was yeah, man. Yeah, so he was like, what you call it, man. Yeah, he was on injury reserve, and then he was like the first pick of the expansion draft. And then he never played for the Texans, man. He was done after that. But it says he had surgery on his shoulder and complications and stuff. So that sucks because he was gonna be like he's already a pro football Hall of Fame, or a college Hall of Famer anyway. I mean, look at these things right here, all Pac-10, all everything, right? But he's a pro Hall of Famer, man, with a shortened career, which lets you know how dominant he was, you know. But that's what kind of set their team in motion, man. You know, like they had some really, really cool seasons, man. A couple of other players that they drafted, man. Fred Taylor, obviously one of those ones. Shout out to the guys on the Pivot. That's one of my favorite shows to watch. Um, but I talk shit about Shannon Crowder, and he was pretty good too. You already know Ryan Clark was really good, but don't forget about Fred Taylor, bro. This is a dude with 10,000 rushing yards, man, and over 60 rushing touchdowns, man. So yeah, he had some injury stuff early or whatever, but still, I believe he's probably still the all-time leading rusher in in franchise history. I don't think anybody got 11,000 yet. So, and the way the Jags is going right now, I don't think anybody gonna get that anytime soon. So, yeah. So Fred was nice, man. But um, as we enter the 2000s, man, Tom Coughlin is still there. Um, but but uh saying? I don't remember him coaching college. But nonetheless, man, um, the years before, we talking the 90s, the late 90s, the Jags was pretty damn good, man, including 99 when they won 14 games but lost in the championship game to the Titans, who would end up losing in that Super Bowl to, you guess who? My St. Louis Rams, man. But nonetheless, a great season. But the Tennessee Titans was good. And it just kind of sucked because that would have been their first title. But as we get into the 2000s, man, the seats started to get a little warm, man. But like I said, shout out to Fred Taylor and the guys on the pivot, man. Really like Fred Taylor, bro. Really like him. He was good. Um, but he's a part of that 2000s and beyond, right? They built the team up, right? Donovan Darius was one of those ones. He was there for a while, pretty good. But as we get into the 2000s, this is kind of the end of Tom Coughlin, right? And then the beginning of Jack Del Rio, right? So 2000, they take what is that? R.J. Sawyer. Um, let's see, reinstated. Okay. All right. So wide receiver, he was on the Jaguars for let's see, was that 5 years? Oh no, I don't want to go. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. Let's go here. All right. So he's on Jaguars for like 5 years and didn't play much. He was suspended from the league due to substance abuse, man. So hopefully he's good now in life, because that's, some serious stuff, man, especially when you get suspended multiple times. But um, this is a miss, man, because of the trouble he had off the field. But he seemed to have a pretty cool, I guess, Canadian football career, man. But NFL, that was a miss, man. So 01, 13th overall out of Georgia. They take Marcus Stroud, who's a part of a really good defensive line group that included Richard Seymour and who else was on that team, man? I know Richard Seymour was on there. I can't remember the other person. The other person was pretty good too. Who was that, man? God damn. I just seen that shit the other day. But they was like hella good. Yeah, Charles Grant, um, Marcus Stroud, and Jonathan Sullivan. They always first round picks off that Georgia defensive line. So yeah, man. But Marcus Stroud, man, spent a lot of time in Jacksonville, man. He was a beast up the middle. They had a really good defense, man. Even when Jack Del Rio took over, they were a tough out for a lot of teams. So the production is there. He's a Pro Bowler, All Pro, and he was there for a while. So this is definitely a hit for the Jacksonville Jaguars, man. All right, 02, they go big guy. They go back to back big guys, man. John Henderson, the guy that gets slapped before the game. Come on, Joe, that ain't good enough, right? If y'all grew up in the 2000s, y'all seen that NFL Films clip. And he was in Jacksonville for a long time, man. And he did his thing. He was a big run stopper, man. Him and Marcus Stroud was like ridiculous. You wasn't running on him for real. And he was good, man. He was good. Top shelf talent, man. And you couldn't find a better nose guard, better tackle than him, man. He's one of those ones, man. So 03, um, 03, I'm trying to think. So Tom Coughlin left around this time, I want to say. So we'll start with So '03 they take Byron Leftwich, should I say? Um, pretty good coach. Pretty good coach. Now he's had some success. I want to say he even got a Super Bowl. But he got a Super Bowl as a player and a Super Bowl as a as a coach too. So he got two rings, man. But he went to Marshall. It's pretty good, man. I mean, he's a big dude, man. 6'5", 250. Like he looked good. I mean, and then they carried. I remember watching some of his film, like during the draft, and it was like he got hurt, and they carried him down the field so they could win the game. Um, but didn't really amount to nothing. But at the same time, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool, man. But as far as let's see, I want to say this is So this is the first season under Jack Del Rio after Coughlin had been dismissed. But he shouldn't have, man. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. But I guess they felt like there was a better option. But Leftwich, man, damn, man. So Leftwich was okay. He was okay. I'm not gonna call him a bust. Um, but he was okay. I think you needed a lot more out of him if you're gonna pick him seventh overall, you know. But I mean, they needed a guy because because Brunel was on the team, but I think by that time, let's see, '02, '03, yeah, by that time he had got benched for Leftwich, and you know, I want to say that was a mistake, man. Not yet, not yet, man, not yet, man, not yet. I wouldn't have done that yet. Like, yeah, we gotta get the young dude going. That's true, but not yet. I don't think he was ready. And even though Brunel had lost 3 games, you know, he earned the right to try to fix that shit, you know. But they rushed him in there, man. And like I said, there was some good play in '04 and '05, right? But he had a really like a long delivery. Like when he would throw it, it's like you know what I'm saying? So it's like a couple seconds you need to like throw the football. He would kind of lose that with the delivery. But but this I call it a hit for what it was, man. I mean they won 9 games in the second year, and he was responsible for what 8 of them. In '05 they make the playoffs and they lose to the Patriots, you know, but he was responsible for 8 of them wins, right? So theoretically he could have passed for like 3,000 yards in every season, right? He started the season late. Well, he missed games because he wasn't starting. And then this year he missed some time in '04, and he would have had 3,000 there. Then he missed a couple of games in '05, and he could have got 3,000 there. And then in '06, right? You know, like they finished third. But he also missed a lot of time, right? And then he was shipped off to Atlanta, Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay, then back to them. So, like, I would call it. I call it a hit just because he led them to the playoffs a few times, man. Couple winning seasons. So I ain't gonna be too critical on him. But '04, they got Reggie Williams, man, who looked like he was gonna be one of those ones, man. He's a big time receiver, man. Like he was nice in terms of like, what he was supposed to do, should I say, man. Like he's 6'4", 200 pounds. Like he looked the part of a number one receiver, right? Um, like man, he looked the part. And at first, it was like that. At first, it was like that. But as I mentioned before, um, I want to say he was playing second fiddle to Jimmy Smith, right? Yeah. So he was playing second fiddle to Jimmy Smith for a couple seasons. Couple seasons. So yeah. So 2 seasons he was playing kind of backup duty to Jimmy. But '06 it was his show, man. And he did all right. Did all right. Not number one wide receiver numbers, but I mean, like, but I think there's also the year that what's the name? Byron Leftwich didn't play that much, right? So ain't no telling who was throwing the football to him. '07, then he was out of the league, you know, and tried to get on with everybody trying to go to the Argonauts, man. All the former NFL players trying to go to Toronto, man. I see that a lot, but this is gonna be a miss because it's gonna be a miss because they drafted you to replace, that Keenan McCardell, Jimmy Smith type of thing, right? So the production just wasn't there, in my opinion. So this is a miss, right? Because you want more value picking in that top 10. So that's what that's going to be. So '05 they go with who's that? Matt Jones. He was there for about 4 years, and I want to say he played quarterback in college. I want to say, yeah. You want to say he played quarterback? Yeah. He played quarterback, and then switched to receiver. He's 6'6", bro. You can make it work. You can make it work, man. He's an athlete too, so um, you know, so it worked out, man. But he had some substance abuse issues, man. But as far as being picked where he was, 21st overall, he did what he needed to do. He did what he needed to do, and you got some good value, man. And there we go. So Matt Jones was a hit. '06, they take Mercedes Lewis, the timeless wonder. As of now, he's not on the NFL team, but he's not retired either. And he played for Jacksonville for a long time, bro. He went through every era you can think of, bro. He went through the Byron Leftwich era. He went through the David Garrard era. He went through the Blake Bortles era. Like he went through every era so far, man. And he's still playing, man. So just off the strength of longevity, he's a hit, man. This was a hit. And then the fact that you got him 28th overall, that's a hit. He's an all pro and a pro bowler. Yeah, bro. Yeah. And I think he still want to play too, so that's not bad. So '07 they go Reggie Nelson. Um, the picture tells 1,000 words, man. I remember him with the Bengals more so than with the Jacksonville Jaguars, but he was good with Jacksonville, so I don't know why they got rid of him. I'm actually interested to see. So it's just free agency. That's all. Yeah, that's just free agency. So he just left and signed. No, that's Oakland. My bad. So yeah, so he had an unrestricted free agency. No, so they traded him. They traded him, and then he switched to I want to say defensive, what's the safety? Because or is he a corner? I'm trying to remember. Because he was good though. He was hella good at Florida. Yeah, national champion too. And they beat up on them dudes. Okay, so yeah. So he was a safety. All right. But for Jacksonville, this was a hit. This was a hit, man. Reggie Nelson was a hit, but they should have kept him, in my opinion. And then '08, they drafted Derek Harvey out of Florida. This was a miss. Um, he wasn't there long. He was out the league by 2011 and didn't really get the impact they was hoping for, man. Eighth overall, you're expecting a dude to really ball out. So that was a miss, man. And then '09 they go Eugene Monroe. He was there for 5 seasons. Um, and he was there for 5 seasons. Um, started a lot of games, bro. Started a lot of games, man. Started 4 in the year he left. But he was a solid player, man. So they obviously believed in him, man. Eighth overall, man. So I'm gonna call this a hit, man. Call this a hit, man. Yeah. Yeah, he was good. Solid, man. So to 2010 they go Tyson Alawalu, um, out of California, Cal, should I say. He was cool. He was cool. I remember him a little bit. Um, productive player, man, was there throughout the Jack Del Rio era into I want to say the Doug Marone era, or is that Gus Bradley? Gus Bradley. Yeah. So he was into both of those. I forgot just Gus Bradley was on that squad, man. I forgot he was the coach of them. Oh shit, I forgot that. Yeah, man. Damn, I forgot he was the coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, bro. Damn. Yeah, man. They just couldn't get off the mat. That's all. Yeah, I forgot Gus Bradley. Shout out Gus Bradley. I like him. Oh, I forgot Blaine Gabbert too was there. That's 2011. Tyson Alualu was a hit, by the way, but 2011 they drafted Blaine Gabbert. So as a Mizzou fan, right? I didn't know he was going. I didn't know he was a top draft candidate, bro. I didn't know that. I had no idea that he was a top quarterback candidate. And I'm a Mizzou guy. All the teams in Missouri, Blues, was the Rams, the Cardinals, Battlehawks. Now, like, yeah, you know. But going into that draft, man, I didn't. I was like, he top 10. Like he's top 10. I just didn't see it, man. That's just me, I guess. I just didn't see it. I didn't see it yet, and it turned out to be I was kind of right because they didn't do nothing, man, when he was there. So 2011. So it was 2011 to 13. So 2011 they didn't do nothing. 2012 they didn't do nothing. Shah Khan on the team. Yeah, Wayne Weaver sold the team to Shahid Khan, Shah Khan. Um, yeah, so they didn't do nothing. So, and you gotta look at the quarterback sometimes, man. He ain't do nothing, nothing. But he kept his career going, though. I mean, he turned out to be a bust, but as a backup, he seemed to be doing his job, man. 'Cause he played even though he was supposed to be out of the league. Um, he did his thing, bruh. Kept playing, and he got like I want to say 2 Super Bowls. Yeah, so pretty good. Just not with the Jaguars, bro. Um, and so I hate to say it, but it's kind of a string of bad draft picks, man. So Tyson was good. He did his thing, man. Eugene was good. But 2011, they was expecting to get their franchise quarterback. They traded up to get him. And then 2012, they went up and got one of the best receivers in college football history, and Justin Blackman, man. And between legal issues, to substance abuse issues, just didn't work out at all, man. I mean, like I said, one of the best receivers in college football history from Oklahoma State, fifth overall. It just didn't work out, man. That first season was good, and then that's it. That's it, man. He literally, I want to say, he literally came back for in 2012, right? Almost all of his yards came from like one game. That's it, bro. He went off, bro. Off, you know? And that was it, man. That was it. And like I said, a lot of people, um, kind of look at it like, oh man, he did it to himself, which is true. He did. But at the same time, man, he needed some help. And ain't no telling what the Jaguars did or what he did to, reciprocate that help. But this is a miss and a very unfortunate miss because they needed him. They needed him to be there. When you draft Blaine Gabbert the year before and then you draft him the year afterwards, man, you need that. Y'all building a foundation. Like I mentioned, this is oh shit, let's go back. Like I said, this is I wanna say this ain't got it on there. But alright, hold up. My bad. Let's go back to Blaine Gabbert. So this is like I said, the start of the damn, they got Mike Malarkey too. Fuck. So I gotta figure out who the damn coaches was. Cause Jack Del Rio got fired in 2011, and then Mike Malarkey was the coach of the Jaguars. As and then Gus Bradley took over. So Mike Malarkey was fired after one season. Okay. But you're into a years of transition, right? You're getting a nice lineman in '09, right? You're getting a nice dude in 10, right? So you trade up to try to get your franchise quarterback, and then you try to get a franchise receiver, right? You end up trying to do that, but nothing works. between Justin Blackman not being available, Blaine Gabbert not being as good as you hoped. Like now, you wasted 2 years, right, of really trying to fix the team amidst interchanging in ownership and interchanging in head coaching as well. So, right, so 2013, you go after Luke Joku. Um, I mean, he's with the Jaguars for about 4 years. And I believe this is the year Eric Fisher went first overall. And Eric Fisher, didn't go to the bigger school. Eric Fisher went to Central Michigan. So it's like, well, why would you draft him? He didn't even go to the big school. Well, it doesn't matter sometimes, man. It doesn't matter sometimes. Sometimes you don't need to do that. Sometimes you just need to be good. And quite frankly, as good as Eric Fisher was, if we're talking about the top five, Lane Johnson might be the best lineman out of those three because he's still playing and just picked up his second Super Bowl. So, yeah. But this is about Luke Jokel, man. He was there for 5 years. Um, well, 4 years. And two of them he played all the seasons, and then after that it wasn't nothing, man. Like between injuries, um, man. I don't know, man. And then it says lack of play, like so. Yeah, man. So just didn't work out, man. And they ended up trading Monroe to my Ravens in 2013, which opened up his spot for him. And it didn't work out, man. So I'm gonna call this a miss, just because, man, you pick him and you're expecting to have some more production, man. Like missing 2 seasons out your first four is not a good start, man. Considering the lineage that they've had at that position. Monroe stayed for a while. Uh, Tony Baselli stayed for a while, right? The tackle position has some good lineage. You're supposed to be the next one. And it didn't really work out. So 13, so like I said, 13, 11, 12, 13, all kind of were misses, right? So then 2014, you get rid of I want to say Blaine Gabbert, then you go for the measurable darling, right? Like Blake Bortles was interesting to say the least, right? Because he had the size, he had the weight, he had the hand speed, the hands they were big. Um, like he was good, man. Athlete, 32-inch vertical, like he was everything you wanted as a NFL quarterback in terms of measurable, right? And in college, he was spinning that motherfucker. He was throwing that shit across the yard, man. He was good, bro. Good. I was like, man, I'd pick him. I would say I'd pick Blake Bortles. I would. I would pick Blake Bortles, man. I would. Right? My Ram, I can't wait to get to my Rams, man. God damn, I can't wait to get to my Rams, bro. Oh man. But I would have picked Blake Bortles, man. Considering your other options with Johnny Manziel, who, for lack of a better word, you might have not had But you also could have went Teddy Bridgewater too, but I guess they felt like that might have been a reach. But in retrospect, you probably got the best option. You did. Because Jadeveon Clowney turned out to be sort of a hit. But you knew he was going one. And my Rams just decided to draft anybody. Um, and then Sammy Watkins was sort of a miss. And then Khalil Mack from Buffalo is still playing to this day. So you could have went a whole different options, man. Whole different thing, man. But it did turn out to be a pretty good pick for them. Pretty good in my opinion. I mean, obviously his best season was, I want to say 2015 or 16. One of those years. Well, one of those years they went like to the AFC title game. So yeah. I don't know why I keep wanting to say 2015. But 2017 they went to the AFC title game and it looked like that was gonna be their year. But Patriots had other plans, man. But as far as this time with the Jaguars, I think they gave up on him a little too soon. I think he gave up on him a little too soon. That's what I think. Because he wasn't that bad. He wasn't that bad, man. And considering you went into the season with Nick Foles as your quarterback, and it really didn't work. Nothing worked there. And then um, 2020, you go in there with Gardner Minshew, Mike Glennon at quarterback. I'm pretty sure you could have beaten him out, right? So it seemed like it might have been about money going into year 5. You probably gotta pay. So yeah, at 17 you pick up the option, right? And I guess I don't know, man. I don't know why they got rid of him, man. I mean, he did lead the league in interceptions too. He did. He did. He was rough with the ball. But still, even though he had a bunch of interceptions, the ratio is still positive in the touchdown side. So I don't know, man. I feel like I would have kept him, bro. I feel like I would have kept him over Nick Foles, bro. Like Nick Foles got that Super Bowl with Philly. Boy, he came to us and just stunk up the joint, man. After being a Pro Bowler, like, and then didn't really do nothing. And then he came to my Rams and like I was thinking, okay, we good now. We got Nick Foles, man. We gonna be all right. He ain't do shit with us, man. Then he go to Philly and win a Super Bowl as a backup, and then go to Jacksonville and then do nothing. And then like one of these seasons with Chicago, he started over. I want to say Mitchell Trubisky or something like that. One of them, and led them to the playoffs again, bro. So I was like, yo, this dude is a playoff monster, dog. Playoff monster, dude. So one of them things, man. But I mean, I don't know. But I feel like maybe they should have stuck around with Bortles for a minute, man. But it's a short league, you know. But what time we on? 40. All right, trying to keep it below an hour. All right, so 2015, they take Dante Fowler, who tore his ACL before the season started. So really, the team could have been like, "Well, shit, we ain't gonna give you no money because you ain't playing, right?" But they stuck to their guns and they kept him and they signed him. And he had a pretty cool career, man, with Jacksonville. But it seemed like he was way better. He was way better when he left. So even though it was he was good with Jacksonville, and I'm gonna call it a hit. Um, I'm also gonna call it a miss because he was better on other teams, man. So 2016 they got Jalen Ramsey. I mean that speaks for itself. The guy's been around the block a few times, man. He was damn good with Jacksonville. I mean, he could play safety, he could play nickel, he could play outside, whatever you needed him to do. He wasn't afraid to tackle nobody either. And there you go. And I mean, he got the big money deal, and he's a Super Bowl champion, bro. That's what it is, man. Why is he from Tennessee, man? He ended up at Florida State. Must have been good. Damn. But national champion, this was a hit. I mean, they should have kept him longer, honestly. But you never know. You never know how that whole thing works. Sometimes people just want to go, but I mean, they traded for him, and that's just how it went, man. But 2017, they go after Leonard Fournette, man. And I mean, Leonard Fournette was cool. Like, I guess they were trying to go for a more powerful type running back and shit. But hindsight being 2020, as good as he was, man, I just kind of would have went. I kind of would have went with Christian, man, because Christian gave me a whole lot more. Yeah, he could run the ball. Leonard Fournette could definitely run the ball. That's like one of his best attributes, right? But it's just like, man, like what did you really want to accomplish taking him? You know? Because quite frankly, it was okay. He was okay in Jacksonville, bro. Like you can't call him a bust because he got two 1,000-yard seasons, bro. On the team that got to the AFC title game against the Patriots, and then 2019 when they went 6-10. So you can't say he's a bust just off of the strength of that alone. And what's crazy is they weren't able to trade him. And then he signed a 1-year deal with the Buccaneers and win a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta make that work. Y'all gotta make that work, man. I got to. But I call it a hit. And then 2018 they go Taven Bryant, man. He was there for 4 seasons playing defensive tackle. And I mean, he's all right. He's all right. I mean, I think he's still trying to get a job now. But I don't know, man. I'm gonna call this a miss, considering. Well, I take it back because I want to say they had Marcel Darius at that time. Did they have Marcel Darius at the time? Defensive tackle. Yeah, and they still had Calais Campbell and Malik Jackson. So yeah, he wasn't playing. So I'm gonna call this a hit because he was on that. He was backup. So there you go. So 2019, they take at the time Josh Allen. Now he's Josh Hines Allen. And 2-time Pro Bowler, man. 2 years ago, he had 17 sacks, which is probably the culmination of his potential. He's good. He's good. He got signed that big deal. 8 sacks last year, 10 in his first season. So he's past 50 sacks now. So let's see how high he can go, man. But this has been a hit for them, man. And then 2020, they go after C.J. Henderson. He was only there for one season. Um, yeah, he was only there for one season. Well, two, 1.5. And then they moved him to Carolina. And he had more success with Carolina, honestly. Yeah, he had more success with Carolina than anything. So I'm gonna call it a hit for Carolina, but necessarily inconclusive for the Jags, man. Clavon Chason, man. Well, I thought it was gonna be really good, dog. Like he was good as hell at LSU. Like he was tall, man. Like he was tall, man. I was like, damn, he gonna be nice, man. Didn't really do much for them, man. I guess he couldn't crack the lineup, man, or whatever. But the production right there, just based off the production, like trying to see who they had at like outside linebackers. So Miles Jack, he played like defensive end. Still got Snoop, something like that. So I don't know, man. I don't know. So I'm gonna call this a miss, man. Because like nobody stands out. Like a couple years before this, they had like what's the guy's name, bro? They had Calais Campbell. These are all the defensive linemen, so interchangeable how you want to use them. But Calais Campbell, Marcel Darius, you got um, Josh Hines Allen's, man. Like I can see that, but when you playing linebacker, there wasn't nobody on there that you should have been able to that should have been in front of you at 20th overall. Like you got to make them play, especially on a year where they lost 15 games. You got to play. But he playing with the Patriots now, and the Patriots got a new regime in there, so maybe he can revive his career, man. But 2021 is we enter the current era of Jaguars football, man. So they end up taking Trevor Lawrence and Trevor Etienne in that draft. You draft Trevor Lawrence, man. Um, Career so far, I mean, they made the playoffs. I want to say once. I want to say once. Yeah, I want to say once. They made it twice. Nah, they made it one time so far. So far, okay. All right. All right. So they made it once so far, but like we gotta protect Trevor Lawrence, man. Like he got hit. He got hit last year, and that wasn't good. That wasn't good, man. We can't have our big money quarterback get hit like that. But even though he only made the playoffs once, the Jaguars. He's played really good for the Jaguars. That's what I'm trying to say. He played really good for the Jaguars, man. And he's the face of the franchise, so he's not a big money contract. So he's the guy. So we gotta make sure he's good. Travis Etienne, I mean, you draft him because they obviously went to school together. So running back is a quarterback's best friend. Running game is a quarterback's best friend. Why not get him somebody that he's really comfortable with? That he's won a national title with, player of the year, offensive player of the year, like somebody that he knows well. Perfect, right? So In 2022, they was just as bad as they was. It was just as bad as they was. 2021, they were just as bad as they were in 2020. 2020, right? 2021, they won one game in 2020, right? COVID season, all right. But then they hired Urban Meyer, which was just completely a failure. Um, so they ended up with the number one pick again, and this was kind of a surprise to everybody. Didn't think that they would take Trayvon Walker with guys like Aiden Hutchinson available and things like that, man. But they went with the guy on the national championship team, man. And at first it was looking like this might be a dud. But 2023 and 2024, he's had 20 sacks. So combined in those 2 seasons. So and he might be on a little bit of a heater, man. So it's going to be interesting because he should be coming up on a contract soon, man. But 2022, they also picked Devin Lloyd. He's still with them, and according to Pro Football Reference, he's been pretty good, dog. He's been pretty good, man. 100 tackles each of the last 3 seasons. So yeah, he's good. He's teetering on like Pro Bowl status, all pro status, man. He keep doing that shit. It's gonna be undeniable. 2023, man. They end up drafting Anton Harrison. He's still on the team and has made all the starts that you can make at that particular time. So they believe in him. So he's gonna be there for a while, man. So this is a hit. Devin Lloyd, Traven, all of them is a hit. So far they've hit on everybody in this new era of Jacksonville Jaguars football, man. And they hit on last year's first round pick, Brian Thomas Jr., 6'3", 209, right? Anytime you make the Pro Bowl in your first year, you did some balling, man. And considering that he was, I want to say, mm, he was third receiver taken off the board. I want to say he was the third. I want to say he was the third receiver taken off the board. Let's see. Marvin Harrison, Neighbors, or Doomsday. So he was a fourth receiver. I was close. He was a fourth receiver taken, man. And he probably should have been the third, probably. But hey, you gave your star quarterback a weapon to throw to, and he's been good, dog. He's been good. He's been good. So going into 2024, 25, should I say, I think they should go offensive lineman at 5 instead of going defensive lineman at 5. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh man, Mason Graham at 5." I'm like, man, I don't know. You gotta protect your golden goose, and your golden goose is Trevor Lawrence, man. So I'm thinking you should go ahead and draft offensive lineman and call it a day, man. So I will say that, given my assessment, I'd say, man, under Tom Coughlin, I think there would have been some better drafts headed into the late 2000s. But underneath new regime, they just missed out on a lot of guys, man. And then a lot of guys like Mercedes Lewis, who was good, really didn't have no talent around him to really showcase how good they really were. Then Derek Harvey, right? So then we get into the 2010s, and it's about 50-50 on the misses and the hits, man. And when you're trying to build into a championship team, like that, you need more hits than misses, right? They end up making it to the AFC title game, right? With a lot of the guys in the back half of the 2010s, right? Not the first part. So that lets you know how good that was. And then now that we're into the 2020s, man, I think they've hit on a formula that works. So they obviously have a new coach there now. Um, yeah, they got a new coach now after firing Doug Peterson. But I mean, we've talked about this on the show that y'all should tune into at 8 o'clock Eastern time, man, every Sunday. But we talk about it, man. This relationship is built on lies already. Like lied to the team, and then he wanted to go there, sign with them, and then I guess lied to that team, and then ended up flying to Jacksonville to be announced as a coach to the point where the Bucks gotta sue him or something like that. Just this whole thing has just been a lie. And usually relationships do not last when they're built on lies. So I don't know how that's gonna work, but we'll see. We'll see. He seemed like he really want to be there, and we'll see how it works, man. But this has been your hits and misses Jacksonville Jaguars edition. Let me know what you think about them, what they should do in 2025. Let me know what you think they should do moving forward with Trevor Lawrence. I mean, he ain't going nowhere, but you got to protect him. And let me know what you think about the Jaguars in general, man. The history of them. It's a pretty interesting history, man. Real high to start and then rocky in the middle, but we seem to be in a good spot as far as the Jaguars are concerned, man. So, and then, I mean, they got good talent, so they're not like in the Colts situation where we trying to figure out quarterback for the next 10 years. But they should be battling it out with the Texans, in my opinion. But let me know what you think, and we will see you on the next one. That will be, let me see. Let me see what team that's gonna be. Let me see what team that's gonna be. So we going Kansas City Chiefs. We going Kansas City Chiefs next, man. So that's gonna be fun. Interesting history with them as well. But let me know what y'all think about the Jags, man. And I'll catch you when we talk about the Chiefs on the next video, man. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.